Sailing's been part of my life since childhood, but despite the parallels, it's something that's always been mostly separate to my career in the shipping industry. You know, if I look back at when I was a student studying naval architecture in Sydney 25 years ago, not even in my wildest dreams, so I think eventually I would end up here in Switzerland, working with a team of amazing people from around the world to put sails on ships. It's back to the future.
Climate change is a serious social and an economic challenge that needs urgent action. 90% of world trade, which includes food, is transported over the seas. The International Maritime Organization agreed a greenhouse gas reduction strategy in 2023, which will bring us to net zero by 2050. We believe wind has an important role to play in the medium, short and long term on reducing emissions. But what it will also do is help reduce the cost of the zero carbon fuels, which are going to be significantly more expensive than current fuels.
So Cargill first started experimenting with kite sails more than 10 years ago. You fast forward to today, and what we've got 3 vessels on the water with each of the other different technology families. And by experimenting with each one of these technologies, we can learn the relative strengths and weaknesses of each one and understand which ones have the most potential for us to scale up in the future. When I'm talking about experimentation and the trials that we're running on these vessels, we split it up into 3 main groups. So the first one is performance. Basically, do the sails do what the brochure says? Are they delivering the CO2 savings that we expect from them? The second one is reliability. You know, are these new technologies, are they going to last 20 years in the harsh ocean environment? And the third part of the experiment is operations. And we believe this is an area that's really often overlooked. How you operate these vessels has a huge impact on how much CO2 savings they actually deliver. So what we're doing here is we need to adapt our processes and our systems to enable us to operate these ships with wind propulsion.
At Cargill, we're investing to make sure we can reduce the Scope 3 emissions of our customers. We're not afraid to be a development partner, bring in our knowledge. We're not afraid to look for partners that are outside of the shipping ecosystem to bring in new ways of thinking and handling problems. My hope for the future is that we'll continue to see companies across our supply chains and value chains investing their time into solving climate change. Whether that's through partnerships or technological innovations, the key is that we're all working towards the same goal.
I'm really proud of the work we're doing together with our partners today to reduce GHG emissions and combat climate change. You know, the experimentation we're doing now, it's not the end goal for us, but it's a necessary step that we need to take on our journey towards making the shipping industry more sustainable. Where we really want to get to is not having 3 ships on the water with these technologies. We want to have hundreds, potentially thousands of these in our fleet in the future. And that's what we're focused on.